by the end of tonight. And they'll go empty to start it out. Opening drive from the 32. And it begins with a McMillan rush. McMillan running forward and finally getting tackled by Mana Carvalho. He got by Malaki Soliai-Tui on that first wave. And some of the footwork here from McMillan on full display. Here's the Red Raiders defense. LeBron Williams has been great. Team leader in sacks with 3 this year. Terahiti Wolf, Mana Carvalho, Manulele Ayu, Aiden Manutai, Madden Soliai. Those are the 5 speedy guys in red that have the unenviable task of trying to guard this very quick receiving core that averages 276 yards per game. McMillan, second run of the night. Diving 4, got a first down. Manulele Ayu able to make the tackle. How about the footwork here at McMillan early on?
Absolutely, and you're seeing early on here the game plan is to empty out the backfield, so Kahuku has to cover all 5 receivers. You're seeing Puka's there in the secondary, while Keeney is using his feet. And again, that's what makes it so dangerous when you have a quarterback that can do those kinds of things, because right there, first down, all on him so far.
McMillan, nothing there on the side. The first throw of the night to David Joseph. Over the middle, Joseph. And he spins his way to the 25. Manulele Ayu able to make the tackle. Wide open windows for McMillan. If that continues, it could be a long night here for this Red Raider defense.
So far, you're seeing great protection from that offensive line. Keeney McMillan staying calm back there, fires a dart with Davin coming in on the in route. First down, Mililani.
David Joseph, 22 catch this year, 5th in the Division I Open. Fresh set of downs, McMillan, again big space, got a downfield block from Paiva. And Mana Carvalho, Aiden Manutai, and Malaki Soliai-Tui help there. Great play calling here so far in this opening Mililani drive.
Yeah, again, empty backfield. They had a crosser coming in, but McMillan is seeing the middle of the field. It's wide open. He's big, he's strong. He's okay with taking it up the middle, banging guys around there as he keeps moving the chains for this offense.
Already 29 rushing yards here for McMillan. McMillan gonna throw and it's batted down right at the line. Go up and get it, Ben Roberts. The 6'1" junior who just has a knack of just keeping his eyes on the quarterback, creating big windows initially and batting that one away.
Now we're going to see, this is the first, if you want to call it, negative play for Mililani. Now we're going to see how McMillan continues to respond to see if he can wipe that one away and focus in on the next play.
Playing his first Hawai'i championship after being injured the last couple of years. He said it was heartbreaking to watch from the sidelines. Now he's full on into it. Over the middle, caught Paiva. Makel Paiva, right to Fale Atuaya. Hiram Moores grabs him by the waist. And this is a Mililani offense that from the get-go, from spring ball, played a lot of pylon and played a lot of 7-on-7 scrimmages against Farrington, against St. Louis. Pretty much dominated everybody they faced off against. Their only loss coming to Punahou to start the year. Punahou already into the state tournament by virtue of winning the ILH championship over St. Louis. 3rd and 3, McMillan scanning, prodding, firing, batted away there by Terahiti Wolf. Got over Paiva to take it out of his hands. And it's up to 4th down now.
That's where you see that speed of that secondary staying in that empty formation. McMillan's doing well. The thing about this secondary is you have to throw the ball on time. If you throw it when you think it's on time, those guys are breaking for the football. And as you can see, Wolf with the big PBU to cause 4th down.
Terahiti Wolf, tremendous instincts. One in the red and already an early timeout.
Timeout.
Mililani, we'll talk about it. Opening drive for the Trojans. 4th down coming up. Decision time. We'll situations like this, Mililani almost automatically got to go for it. There you see the legendary Brian Derby, great offensive line coach, added on to this coaching staff. A master at his job. And that front five has had to do a lot of protection here for McMillan over the course of this season, especially early on. But now, it's a big, big fourth down. They're on the opening drive already for Mililani, trying to set the tone with their offense. Donna, Travis, Paiva, and Joseph, the three receivers to the bottom of your screen. McMillan takes off. He's stopped. Ben Roberts and Hiram Moores.
Big time stop here on this 4th and 3. I do like the play call. It's just hard when you're in shotgun and you have those type of athletes trying to run that type of wedge blocking, and those guys will converge on you quickly, and we saw it there for a big time stop with this Red Raider defense.
Washington State commit Hiram Moores helps make the big play with Ben Roberts, and Kahuku will take over from the 6. And so Tuli Tagovailoa Amosa steps onto the field after coming off a career-high performance against Kapolei. 38 yards. And this one begins with a run for Malai Fonoti, stepping through defenders. Isaac Pooney finally makes the stop, a good run of about 9. As we give you the zippy starting lineups here for the Red Raiders, it looked like this with Punivai, Soluni, Diesel Komoku's a good pass catcher. Cash Ka'il been banged up majority of the season. Finally got some playing time in the semifinal round against Kapolei. 4 catches in that outing and a touchdown against the Hurricanes. But Tuli Tagovailoa making his 16th career start as a quarterback. Takes off, gets by Laval, big space ahead, and he stopped the midfield by Brock Brigado Gasper. That'll be the biggest run of the season for him, to the 47-yard line of Mililani. 38 on the run.
You're seeing Tagovailoa Amosa. He fakes the bubble. Looked like it could have been a design play, and he just turns on the jets for a huge explosive play to get his team past midfield right here.
Those two guys were on the same team at one point, both of them former Kapolei Hurricanes. They reunite here in the Division I Open Final on the 47-yard line. Tagovailoa over the top for Mana Carvalho, and he had to become a defensive back because Tyzik Pooney was out there as Komoku was trying to leak out. And Pooney nearly had the pick. Here's the defense brought to you by Zippies. As we mentioned, Tyzik Pooney, one of the more aggressive guys you're going to find. Timothy Wallace and Caden Anzaldo in that mix. Isaac Mahuka's got a boatload of offers, and Kamehu Roman had a tremendous game in the semis against Campbell, nearing double-digit tackles. Fonoti motions. And Fonoti stuffed by Roman. Right on cue. Elijah Nua helped plug up the hole.
You're seeing right now that this Trojan defense, they're stacking 5 at the line of scrimmage. They've decided that they are not going to let Kahuku's run game get started. Little looper there by Nua. Big hit on Malai Fonoti to bring up a long 3rd down.
Tagovailoa Mosa now throws Komoku over the middle. Diesel Komoku first down. That's the play they wanted. He carved back inside of the 23. Gain of 23. Move those chains.
And you can see here that they're using Mana Carvalho as a decoy. Everybody zeroes in on him. Diesel Komoku wide open on the dig route in the middle of the field. Big catch here. Great job to get Tuli Tagovailoa Amosa settled down a little bit in this passing game.
34th catch of the year. Puts him over 500 receiving yards now. Five in the pattern. Here comes Tagovailoa Amosa. Tagovailoa Amosa with a flag down. will take it inside the 15. It's in the area of a hold. Robert Victor is our referee here tonight in this Hawai'i Division I Open Championship. Seven-person crew here in the playoffs, as we mentioned. And Robert Victor on the microphone for the first time tonight.
Holding, offense, number 51. 10-yard penalty from the foul. First down.
San Camilo Ross. Marked it on 51. And might be on 50. I got the right hand right behind EJ Tepeni. And 51 extending his hold as well. Right there on Tavani Tafisi. Good call. Well, everyone shifted to move, but first, a Mililani called timeout.
Timeout. Mililani.
That's 2 timeouts for the Trojans here in the first 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Kahuku with the ball when you come back.
Zip coins.
Take all the great OC16 action with you on the go with the Spectrum News app. All the latest local sports, news, and weather that matter most to you. Download now. It's on the App Store or Google Play. That is a family right there. Blessing Levasa. One of the great guys you can meet there from Mililani, the defensive line. His family here in the house. After the holding penalty, Mana Carvalho is stopped. Elijah Newell, he did not get the knees down, and Mana Carvalho got a score. Touchdown. There's going to be a discussion here. There will be a discussion.
He's one of those guys, Felipe, that you don't want to have a discussion over. See Nua there on the bottom.
Where's the elbow?
Looked like he might have stayed up.
Watch the elbow. Red sleeve here. That elbow and that elbow is down. That forearm is down, so he's down.
Yeah.
So he should have been down.
Timeout, Mililani.
And Mililani will take time. That's a tough angle, too, to watch it, but he was ruled that he was not down. And now Rod York is having a conversation with the official on his side.
And those are always so tough to see. You know, but like I was saying earlier, Mana Carvalho is one of these guys that you do not want to allow the officials to have a discussion over.
One more time.
Great play by Newell getting in there to stop his initial momentum. And then Mahuka there, we got to finish. I know he's flying over. I know we're going in slow motion, but you got to make sure that he goes down.
Like this, blowing the whistle.
Got the elbow on the ground. But that's so hard to see.
Now, if this was next week, which is the state tournament, video replay review and challenges would be alive. And because that was a scoring play, it would be automatically reviewed and confirmed upstairs. But because we're in the league side of the tournament, and understandably upset Rod York. And so Mana Carvalho gets a rushing touchdown. It's his third of the season. But 6 catches and 2 touchdowns in the semis against Kapolei. Manoa Kahalepuna only missed 1 of these all year. 41 of 42. And that's easy money. Big Red gets a break. Mililani, unfortunately, doesn't have it fall their way. Mana Carvalho sticks with the play and gets to the end zone for the first points in this Hawai'i Division I Open Championship. The first game of his freshman year against Kapolei, came back, helped lead the team to win a Division I Open State Championship. They're going to get him for 1 more year, but someone that bleeds red and loves that community. Just got the community hyped up. Kahuku Early advantage, 7-0. Bouncing ball that was popped up right to Joseph. And David Joseph takes it just shy of the 30. Canoa Ferreira was trying to block in front of him, and then he ran into him and slowed down his momentum, and now Mililani. That's a Mililani. Unfortunately for their fans, obviously, feels like that should have been down. Was ruled a touchdown. Now they got to battle back quickly and kind of have to have the bathtub memory, right? Fill it up and then just drain it and then start again.
Absolutely, especially in championship games like this. You cannot dwell on what happened in the last series or the last play. You got to keep moving forward, especially when you're down points in this game.
McMillan effectively ran against Kahuku up and down the field. Hooked up with Joseph for a 25-yard pass. Now he looks long and looks for the middle to David Joseph through his hands. And a rare drop here for Joseph. And he was wide open. This guy was more open in 7-11. Look how wide open he was over the middle.
And that's the part about having Keeney McMillan come out here in the first series and just run all over. Kahuku started to put backers in the middle to fill the void. But Mr. Joseph here, he's such a great route runner. Wide open inside that middle of the field. Got to finish that catch, though.
McMillan looked to Joseph. He's covered. McMillan got by LeBron Williams. Adjusting and now throwing it away. Surviving another down. Maximum Fanoa Moana applied the pressure. LeBron Williams almost had his 4th sack of the season.
Just like we said in the pregame, Felipe, this front is starting to kind of come into their own, and they're going to have to do that more often tonight on Keeney McMillan to keep him unsettled and have him throw the ball away. But smart move by him, instead of trying to force something down the field, live to play another down.
Mililani averages more than 400 yards and 52 points per game this season. Halfway home in the period. McMillan floating a ball that goes to Paiva, but it's out of bounds. And just like that, Mililani goes 3 and out on their second drive of the night. Kahuku's a team where you cannot play from behind. It's so hard to climb back against a team like Kahuku.
It absolutely is. You know, like we talked about, just that mental part of it. You know, you're battling that all night, and then you're trying to remember the plays that are being called and running them. You know, Mililani is going to need a break here soon, and hopefully that defense can give them to him right now.
David Joseph will be kicking into the wind. It's been blowing at around 12 miles an hour here tonight. Shaden Kanoa, a late add-on here for Kahuku to become the 11th man on the field. Joseph got a great leg, but he's facing a lot of different elements. The wind and Mana Carvalho. Nearly blocked by Kanoa. And Mana Carvalho, we'll see this one be touched at around the 30-yard line. 43 on the punt, and Kahuku back with the ball. And for this Red Raider offense, I mean, they know what's at stake, right? I mean, they know that everyone's eyes are on them, and they're already in the state tournament. They're the 2-time defending Division I Open champs. Next year, they hope to play an even harder schedule. Their home-and-home series with St. John Bosco, that contract expired. They plan on renewing that for 2 more years. Another home-and-home series with Coach Jason Negro and the St. John Bosco Braves. And then they're going to try and set up another one with Modern Day in the future. And so it's only going to get tougher, and that standard of excellence maintained here, schedule-wise. Fonoti to the right. And Malai gets tripped up. Beautiful tackle there. Caden Anzaldo at $160. Just gets the arms around the big legs of Fonoti to stop him.
Now we're seeing a patented Kahuku play, their counter. And watch Malai, Fonoti just make one guy miss, get vertical, and fighting through, but great finishing tackle there, not allowing Fonoti to get more yards on that play.
Fonoti, who averages 8 a carry this year, and he's second in the division in rush yards. Not a pre-snap shifting here as Carvalho will take the snap. Mana Carvalho, oh, caught a body, and he lost the football. Brock Bergato Gasper forced it out, and Malai Fonoti looked like he recovered it.
That right there was the break that Mililani was looking for. You can see all this pre-snap shifted motion, putting the ball in Carvalho's hands, running the little stretch there. He's got to protect that football. But great heads-up job there. Finishing to get the ball back and even advancing to make it third and really, really short.
Fonoti was in there, and then Carvalho at the bottom of that pile recovers. Makes it third down and a yard. It's a couple of breaks that Kahuku has caught here tonight. Big heavy package under center now. Tagovailoa Mosa only needs about a yard. And Fonoti will get it. There's the fourth first down here tonight for the Red Raiders.
And that right there is called imposing your will. Everybody thought it was going to be the quarterback sneak, but no, they hand it off to their guy, Malai Fonoti. They feel like they can run the ball on any formation at any time that they want to.
The starting running back on the JV team a couple of years ago. That lower body drive has been great. His work ethic, outstanding. The smaller Division I schools looking at him and offering Montana in that mix. And from a great military family. Tagovailoa Mosa got it out here to Ikaika Lawano. Spun down there by Brock Bergato Gasper. So Lawano's 9th catch of the year.
You know, the rest of this receiving core for Kahuku doesn't get enough love. You know, obviously they got one of the best players in the state. They've got this tremendous run game. But the rest of the receivers they got out there, you know, they got Diza Komoko out there. We saw Lawano right there. We got Cash Ka'io. I mean, we got our guy here, number 4. They can do it all. And that makes them so deadly this year.
And when those guys are down, they put the defensive guys and have them play receiver. Deflected in the air off of Nua. Elijah Nua shut down that window quick.
You see this quick play action, but Nua just reading the eyes of Tagovailoa Mosa, flying over there, getting his big paws on it. Close to getting that break that they need. Now Kahuku's in third and medium.
Elijah Nua is one of the most underrated players here in the state. In that linebacking core position. As Tagovailoa Mosa gets hit hard there by Kiahi Reyes Hackney, the DB. Short of the first down, right at the 50. It's a gain of 5. And it's 4th and 1 for Kahuku. And here come the big boys.
This is called a quarterback counter play. Everybody's keying in on Fonoti. They ran the pullers to block out there for Tagovailoa Mosa. Big stop, but 4th and inches, that's nothing for Kahuku.
Sony Posse is in. Panama will help guard in the backfield. Fonoti, he only needs a yard. Going forward, Malai Fonoti tries to stretch it forward. It'll depend on the spot. It's real close. Both coaches literally looking right down that first down line.
Man, what a great play from scrimmage here. You see the Wildcat full house, and you just see, look like Nua just barreling in there, stopping Malai Fonoti. They might have to bring the chains out here to measure this one, Felipe.
Yeah, you're right. The yellow line unofficial. Chains have to come out. We've had very few measurements over our televised games this year. Place your bets. Good or no good?
I want to hope that it's no good, because that's a big stop for Mililani.
And it's just short. But a couple of links. And Mililani's defense wins the battle.
And that's the break that we were talking about right here. Coach York probably hoping that injected some energy into his team. Great field position to start. Now Kahuku's got to respond again on defense to try and stop this passing attack.
McMillan 2 of 7 for 32 yards. Kahuku has limited the over-the-top shots. But they've allowed the middle to be exposed, and a couple of times Mililani has either connected or nearly connected. Will they take a shot here? Only 3 on the rush. The quick throw goes out here to Onosa'i Salanoa. And so Onosa'i Salanoa has had a couple of game-winning touchdown catches in his career. Was very busy with summer camps and really performed well over at UCLA, and came back to the team roughly in July. That's one of the more sure-handed receivers you can find in the States. Salanoa, 8 touchdowns this year. McMillan gonna go over the top to Salanoa. Right on cue, and then he dropped it on the way down. Mililani was guarding him. And on the landing, the ball leaked out. Yeah, penalty flag down.
Sai Salanoa had a step on him, but Manulele Ayu kept fighting to the end. You see that the catch was secured, but Ayu kept fighting with that left arm in there, stripping away. Great defensive back play you just saw there.
15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
The roughing the passer called.
And that's the stuff here, Felipe, those penalties, right, in these type of games that can lean it one way or the other. Got to get those type cleaned up. You know, they're playing hard, but the rules are, man, you got to pull up and make sure that you're not trying to, rip that guy's head off late in the play.
McMillan, Paiva, hung on to and then brought down to the ground by Maximum Moana. Vaulted him forward on a takedown to get a couple more yards out of it. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1 coming up.
McMillan is doing a great job of throwing on time. You also see with Paiva running the crosser over the middle. He's not trying to fire a dart. He makes a nice catchable throw. And there we see the finish with a little bit of a throw forward by Moana.
Paiva's an excellent route runner here for Mililani. 2 catches already for him. 21 for the season. Minute 20 remaining. McMillan directing traffic, stayed behind the line, goes to the end zone. This is incomplete to Kahana Travis. And Hiram Moore's really sped up the quarterback clock.
You can see there, Kahana Travis just trying to lay out there, almost finishing it. The ground causing the ball to pop out. But I like to call 2nd and short. That's what you call a shot down. That's when you try to throw for the end zone, especially down here inside what we call the fringe, close to the red zone.
And just on that fringe is where Mililani can make their money. 3rd down and just a yard. They give it to Nakoa Kahana Travis, who slices through. Ben Roberts trying to grab him. And an early scrum. They were grabbing shirts. They were grabbing helmets. And the power here of Nakoa Kahana Travis gets a 1st down for Mililani.
The Kahana Travis twins showing up here. Nakoa, I love him as well. He's such a hard runner. You see him just running inside zone. He got vertical because he knew he needed to get that inch, and he got more for his Trojan offense.
3rd in the division in rush yards. With 8 touchdowns as well on the ground. Final 40 here of quarter 1. McMillan's got 5 receivers and no backs. McMillan got a wide open man. Derek Tsuchiyama, touchdown.
We have ourselves a ball game, Felipe. McMillan sitting pretty in the pocket, lays one out. It looks like they ran 2 through a zone. So they used Onosa'i as a decoy, and then they ran Tsukiyama right past him, wide open, nobody there. Touchdown, Mililani.
Derek Tsuchiyama. A few times as he found the end zone, he's diversified his game more of a running back this year. As Lyric Sarai has that one just inside the upright to square it at 7. Tsuchiyama. Touchdown catch for him, only a couple now this year.
And that one couldn't be any more bigger right now in this football season.
Had one against Campbell last year, Kailua this year, and now Kahuku in the OI Division I Open Final. Tsuchiyama was a breakout star in the JV program. And this drive, don't forget, was aided by the roughing the passer called, which gave Mililani new life.
And again, in these championship games, that's what is going to make the difference. We've seen it right there make a huge difference in this game, right? It looked like Kahuku was bearing down the clamps a little bit again. Boom, roughing the passer, put them inside the fringe, and now we got a touchdown and a knotted up ball game.
Manulele Ayu and Mana Carvalho are ready to return the kick of Lyric Sarai, who's got great touchback power. We saw it on full display in the semifinal round against Campbell. He's kicking this one into the wind. Short kick returnable, Manulele Ayu from around the 15. He had a 91-yard kickoff return for a touchdown against St. Louis this season. And he goes airborne to get just shy of the 35 after Caden Anzaldo meets him at the apex to get the stop.
Oh man, I was holding my breath because Carvalho and Ayu are two of the most dangerous returners. You see him here weaving through, almost getting over, but great job stopping him and getting the offense on the field versus the field goal unit.
Tuli Tagovailoa-Amosa, 2 of 4 for 27 yards so far. Viker Crawford was the quarterback last year. Marvelous work his 2 years as the slinger. And now here's Tagovailoa-Amosa. Fono T through the swamp, not going anywhere. Elijah Nua is just a monster. JB Laval helps clean it up. But Elijah Nua has had a couple of knee injuries the last couple of years. He comes in, makes a great stop.
That's old school linebacker play. He read the play all the way on the inside zone. He came downhill and met him in the backfield.
Pretty good opening round in this championship fight. 124 yards here for Kahuku, 97 for Mililani. Mana Carvalho gets a rushing touchdown. Derek Tsuchiyama, touchdown catch. The Division I Open Final, 7-7. 7-7. Second quarter begins here in the OI Division I Open Championship. That is quite the sight to see. Here at Skipadia Stadium at Kusunoki Field. Open to a little less than $20 million when this great field opened up nearly 10 years ago. It was the host of the 2021 First Hawaiian Bank State Football Championships. Tagovailoa-Amosa throws one, rocket right to Diesel Kamoku. Bergado Gasper hangs on to him. Got a penalty flag down. It's on the far sideline. Illegal motion against Kahuku.
Looked like it was shaven there by Carvalho as he went into motion, but they're using him in such a great way. You know, just got to get that cleaned up. He's drawing so much attention, which is just creating these huge zones open for the other receivers.
Takes away the big play. Kahuku losing to Mater Dei earlier this year. 55-8. And knocked out the number 3 team in the country in St. John Bosco the week after. And one of the most significant wins in the history of Hawaii high school football. This one is caught by Keshka Io. Gets his 5th catch of the season. Had a bunch of leg injuries over the course of the year. Really missed 90% of the season. Second game back, pulls this one in.
And they're just doing a great job of moving safeties, moving DBs, sneaking guys right behind the backers, the underneath coverage, and finding those pockets to just continue to chunk out here in this passing game.
Mosa, everything covered. Elijah Newell will try and chase him, and he gets stopped there by Isaac Mahuka, the linebacker. In good hands when Isaac Mahuka anchors that middle. A lot of coaches, when they see him in 7-on-7 trainings and even at camps, impressed with how much vision makes him so much better, and he comes knifing through.
And it makes it so difficult for a defensive coordinator. This is the game that you're playing is, do I cover everybody up? It lets the quarterback run. Do I not cover everybody up? Quarterback gets pressured a little bit, but leaving wide open zone. So that's the chess match going on right now before our eyes.
This is nearly picked, almost gifted to Roman. Intended for Carvalho, and Kahuku Roman would have had his second interception of the season.
Just a little bit of a miscommunication. Looked like Mana had run a little button in route, a little zipper in route, and it was just behind him, and Kahuku Roman. Man, this Trojan defense, they're getting their hands on some balls now. It's only a matter of time before they finish one off here.
Second down. 5 in the pattern, 4 on the rush. The middle opened, and it is incomplete to Cash to Eel. Big collision. Tyzik Pooney. Don't mess with him.
That's just a great break by Pooney there. Bang, bang, going after the football. And the contact is what helps jar the ball loose right there on the finish. 3rd and long. This is where magic can happen for this Trojan defense.
He said, all I need to do is my 1 of 11, right? Alignment, assignment, adjustment. If I just do my job and everyone does their job, to focus on our one part, on this 11-part defense, it's as dangerous as anybody. Behind Ka'io, intended for him. Newell was in front of him. The passing game rough there for Kahuku. And the Red Raiders forced a punt.
And you see them try to throw the seam ball right away. Newell was clamping him down. Pooney was right there too. Great adjustments by this defensive staff for Mililani, forcing a punt by Kahuku.
Here's the first punt for Kahuku tonight. Mana Carvalho's going to try and take off and run and now kick it away. David Joseph. And Kahuku trying to touch it here and just shy of the 30-yard line. 25 on the punt. And Mililani will take over, right? So Mililani got that offense going. It seemed like Kahuku was going to shut them down, and then the roughing the passer penalty extended the drive, eventually scored a touchdown. Now, how do you build upon that now? That's the goal here for Mililani moving forward. Stay within striking distance and not get too far behind. Here's the number 18 in the country.
Just keep doing what they're doing right now. You can see right now from the booth that all of the players are calm. None of them are rattled right now. They're playing their game, and they just got to continue to do that tonight.
McMillan deep on the drop, deep for David Joseph. Incomplete. He was running with Maddie Soliai and Malachi Vendiola. LeBron Williams try to hurry the throw on McMillan. You essentially have 3 track guys all running together down the field.
See them in the empty backfield. He wanted it deep. Oh, he took himself a little bit of a hit there by Williams. But the speed of Joseph. 2 guys on him. He ran past them. They just got to find that timing here before they land a big one.
Oh, false start. Looks like it was on Adam Joseph Eves who took a step back.
False start. Offense, number 69. Project penalty, still second down.
Rod York, 14th year as the head coach of this program. 116 wins with this team. Took the team to the state semifinals. The last 3 consecutive years, but came up short in those years. McMillan throws. David Joseph on the run. David Joseph Joseph bursting through. Tenahuti Wolf on the prowl finally hunts him down. The 45, gain of 30.
And what you're going to see here is the timing. We talked about it. Against this secondary, you got to throw the ball on time. Davin Joseph was in full stride when he caught that football. Keeney McMillan put it on the money, and that's the type of stuff that can happen with this Trojan passing attack. So potent, and we're seeing it here tonight against a number 8 team in the country.
Officially a gain of 29. They spot it at the 46. McMillan's got 4 options, and it's batted down as intended for Kahana Travis. It's a second deflected pass. The first from Ben Roberts, this one from Hiram Moores.
And really what caused that right there was Sione Pasi on the pressure here. It didn't allow Keeney McMillan to really step into his throw, and that is what caused the trajectory of the ball to go really low and get that PBU.
Washington State bound made that commitment earlier in the summer. Empty again. How many coming after McMillan? 4 rush after him. The corners close in. McMillan brought down by Maximum Bernard Moana.
And that's what you call a coverage sack. They're an empty. The O-line was doing a really good job, but you see McMillan, he tried to take off too early, and that swarming defensive front just came in for the first sack of the evening tonight on Keeney McMillan.
So as he tries to take it forward, and those ends came rushing through. Almost broke down that wall. 3rd down and 11. McMillan firing. Joseph catching, carving in. Joseph, another big play. All the way to the 28-yard line. Gain of 19. So he has catches here tonight of 25, 29, and 19 yards.
And what Davin Joseph is displaying tonight is his ability to run really great routes. He's creating so much separation off of this suffocating defensive secondary that they don't know what to do. Big catch, big run after catch, and he is having himself a night so far for this Trojan offense.
Drive extended again after the 8th first down claimed. Here's McMillan to take off. McMillan through the middle in front of Manin Soliai. Woo! Keeney McMoney. All the way to the 10. Fleet of foot.
And this right here is letting this Kahuku defense know that he is not scared. Quarterback design run. Instead of sliding, dropping the boomstick for the first down.
Mililani knocking on the door here. Play 7 of this drive. Andrew Manivong in the slot. Timeout Kahuku. Mililani gashing the Red Raiders right now through the air. Hey, how about them Bows? Rainbow Warriors picking up a win against Nevada on the road. We're back with you at home. Spectrum Sports pay-per-view as they take on Air Force, who lost to Army earlier today. Game on Crew gets you going at 5:15. That's coming up on Spectrum Sports pay-per-view. 1st and goal. Here for McMillan. McMillan running out of time. McMillan gonna tumble his way inside the 5. Probably out to Elia finally stops him.
And this versatility, can't say it enough with McMillan, keeping his eyes downfield, but also having the ability to continue to run, keeping this defense on their heels a little bit. They don't know whether they want to spy, they don't know whether they want to cover, they don't know whether they want to blitz, and that's all because McMillan is doing such a good job of handling this offense tonight.
McMillan's already rushed for 53 yards. It's more than half of the total rushing total for the Trojans tonight. 5 receivers, no backs. Keeney, McMillan. Oh, McMillan staying alive as Malaki Soliai-Tui walloped him. Hiram Moores finally finished it off for the sack.
And this is the area of the field where it's always hard for spread offenses to score. You see them bringing the pressure. Kahuku does it all the time, clamping down in the secondary, nowhere to go with the ball. Big time play for this Red Raider defense.
And again, as you get closer to the goal line, you run out of real estate here for these 5 receivers to operate in a congested area. 3rd and goal. McMillan over the middle. It is incomplete, intended for Lehiva Kahana-Travis. Couldn't squeeze it in. 4th down. Does Mililani want to take the points? They'll send Lyric Sarai into that huddle. And now here he comes. Oh, Kahana-Travis with his 3rd touchdown catch of the season. So Lyric Sarai, 5 of 5 this year. Remember, he had a 50-yard field goal, longest in the OI this season, in the semifinals against Campbell. This will be from 25 to give Mililani the lead. Ooh, Joseph got it down, but it pushed to the left. The snap was high. Joseph tried to get it down clean, and Mililani comes up empty. Tafisi was the snapper, an opportunity for the Trojans. 0 point for our coverage. Picks up in the New City Nissan Girls Volleyball State Championship Tournament. Full coverage of the D1 quarterfinals. Half the bracket on OC16, the other half on XCast. All of it on the Spectrum News app.
Love this time of year.
I cannot wait.
This time of year.
3 weeks from now, we crown state champions in Division I, Division II. And there's Fun OT. Not a lot of room out there. But we have a flag down. This came on the near sideline. There's a lot of moving out there. Blessing Livasa plug the hole. Do they want to make it 2nd and 10, or do they want to make it 1st and 15? This flag came from the line judge.
Illegal motion. Offense number 2, moving towards the line. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st down.
Yeah, Mana Carvalho continues to go in motion laterally, but as he's doing that, he's actually moving forward, which is illegal. You got to stay on the same parallel line and plane where the line of scrimmage is. So pushes it back 5 more. 1st and 15. Tangobailoa Mosa. Got by 2 Trojans. Elijah Nua makes the tackle with Isaac Mahuka. So they get some of the penalty yards back right at the 19-yard line. How about the footwork we saw at Tangobailoa Mosa all throughout this senior year? And it helped Kahuku knock off St. John Bosco. That was the winning touchdown.
Oh, it absolutely is. And Coach Carvalho has zeroed in on the fact that he needs to use the legs of his quarterback tonight to continue to move the ball. Everybody's zeroing in on Malai Fonoti and Mana Carvalho. Let's use Tuli here to help us move the chains.
Roman stalks Carvalho. High screen, watch out. Off the hands of Caillo and incomplete. Trying to hook it with the tight end. And the basketball star tried to go up and pull it down, and EJ Tepeni broke it up. This is very dangerous. You leave a ball like that up high against this defense.
And the beauty of it, Felipe, is this is a well-coached defensive line. You see them all stop and retrace their footwork because it was too easy for them to get in. They knew a screen was coming, and Tepeni just mollywopped Caillo right there for the incompletion.
Just couldn't pull that one down. Now forces 3rd and 11. Offense struggling here in the 2nd period for Kahuku. Kahuku with just 21 yards of offense here in the 2nd period. Tangobailoa Mosa made 1 miss and another. And he stayed alive after the 25. Isaac Mahuka finally stops him. They'll bring up fourth down.
This defense is doing a great job of creating pressure, but also covering their receivers downfield. Tagovailoa Amosa doing his best to stay alive, but still couldn't get the first down. Great job, Trojan defense.
Some of the faster guys are up front here for Mililani on special teams. They know that Mana Carvalho can take off and book it. He only needs 5 yards. Just gets it away. This lands inbounds and then curves back. Down at around the 37, a fortuitous bounce there for Carvalho's punt. 38 on the boot, and 3:34 remaining. So both of these programs averaging combined nearly 90 points per game. Now, of course, part of it's the new structure of the regular season with a mix of Division I Open and Division I teams. But here in this slugfest, we got a 7-7 game, man.
And this is a great indicator of where both of these teams are at. You know, this is top shelf elite talent that they're playing. And like you said, Felipe, it is just a slugfest right now, but it's an exciting one.
Mililani 164 yards of offense. Got it out here to Kanoa Ferreira. Banged by Mana Carvalho and Madden Soliai. Kanoa Ferreira. Good speed on him. Good special teams returner. They bracket him and stop him.
Love the play call. Just running the bubble screen. Get the ball out of McMillan's hands quickly. The defense is a little bit confuzzled, doesn't know what's happening. Man, making moves. Ferreira using that speed, moving the chains.
McMillan over the middle. Easy catch there for Mikel Paiva. He finally gets chopped down, this time from Fale Atuwai. Got a first down at the 50. Gain of 8. And they're paying so much attention here on blocking Joseph. And this is Crosser's paradise.
Oh, it absolutely is. Just windows all day, right underneath the linebacker coverage, and they are just smoothly moving down the field.
Ferreira. Good tackle there, Fale Atuwai. One of the more aggressive Atuwaias in that group. All of them coming through the Kahuku program, all of them very athletic. And the tackle here from the junior Fale Atuwai.
Hitting the bubble screen, great job putting his foot in the ground, getting vertical. That always hurts a defense. Big chunk gain here to bring up second and medium.
Mililani just trying to get points before the half here with 2:05 to go, but they burned much all their timeouts. There's Tsuchiyama. Almost broke free. To the 32, gain of 14 first down yards. Fale Atuwai finally tripped him.
And you can see this Trojan offense just looks settled. They're playing, they're not rattled. McMillan is seeing everything. Man, this is a scary, scary offense right now. And Kahuku just needs to settle down a little bit and get back to what they do best.
And they're doing all of this in an empty set pretty much. 5 in the pattern again. McMillan all day to throw. Goes down for Tsuchiyama! Touchdown!
My, oh my, you can feel it here tonight. These Trojans definitely came to play, and they are scrapping for every yard. Tsuchiyama getting behind the defense. Beautiful reach out catch, fingertips, pulling it in for a big touchdown before the end of the half.
Lyric Sarai. 14-7 Mililani. There you see McMillan's family out there and his father Dean. He hooks up with Derek Tsuchiyama. He only had one touchdown catch entering tonight. He has 2 in the Division I Open final.
And you can see here, attention is being paid so much to Davin Joseph that these other receivers are opening up and they're making plays, and that's all that you can ask for. Because McMillan is being very efficient with what he's doing, it is just punishing this Kahuku defense got them on their heels a little bit right now.
Tsuchiyama. Spectacular again. Third catch, 62 yards in total. An impactful one before the half. And he believes he can fly. Tsuchiyama, it was so tough for him to kind of find out where he was going to fit in this offense because there were so many weapons, but he stayed patient. His father's an assistant coach as well, great youth athletic sports director and XL Sports. In fact, a lot of these guys coach some pylon and referee some pylon games. They've been around the game for a while. Tsuchiyama, his brother, came through Kapolei and Waipahu in his time. Brandon Tsuchiyama, younger bro, stepping up in huge fashion. Kick to the end zone, gets at the 20-yard line here with 1:32 remaining. Now this is unique territory here for Kahuku. Yeah, they were down against Mater Dei and St. John Bosco, but now you're down against Mililani. With 1:32 here remaining in the half and a 14-7 Mililani lead.
And that's what I was talking about early in the pregame about what their weakness could be. It's the mindset part, right? The hope is that they're not shocked, right? They expected it against Bosco. They expected it against Mater Dei. But let's hope that they are not kind of freaking out here and a little bit confuzzled because of what's happening here in this game.
1st and 10 from the 20 with 1:32 remaining. Kahuku still with 2 timeouts in their pocket, down 7. Tagovailoa Mosa, looping pass, up in the air, fought for, and it is, let's see, Timothy Wallace and Mana Carvalho fighting for it. Did Mana Carvalho stay in? It's incomplete. Carvalho skies high for this one. Gets it. Does he secure possession? Did not have possession. That's real tough. This might be the better angle. No one has it. He's out of bounds already. I mean, what's tough about that too is because he doesn't have clear possession, even if the DB Timothy Wallace is touching that ball, that means they're both out of bounds, which means the pass cannot be caught. And Carvalho being tended to by the athletic trainers right now. 1:19 remaining, 2nd down and 10. 14-7, Mililani leads. Tagovailoa Mosa, incomplete. Nearly picked by Anzaldo on the back end of that. That's about 3 would-be interceptions for this Mililani defense. 3rd down and 1:15 remaining.
They've been trying to go to this play all day. I don't blame them. Big wide receiver Cash Ka'il just has to finish it. Might be a little bit high. You can see Tagovailoa Mosa a little bit back. But, man, he's got that big frame. Cash Ka'il's got to finish that, and he'll get it here soon.
Fonoti now motions. Take off here for Tagovailoa Mosa. Popeye Tyzik Pooney flying in. Pooney pounded him.
Tyzik Pooney is just having himself a game on defense tonight. You can feel his energy all the way up here in the booth. He is delivering some punishing blows tonight.
How do you spell animal? Well, it's P-U-N-I. Just absolutely annihilating. 4th down and 2. Going to maybe go for it and try and get a free 5. Timeout Kahuku. 32 seconds remaining. Kahuku gets the ball to start the 3rd period. For Sterling Carvalho, said, we're going to try and make him one-dimensional. Well, it's been tough to do here because McMillan has been awesome. 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both quarterbacks, by the way, are the leading rushers here tonight.
And that's amazing. But again, I want to credit Mililani's defense because they have created and turned Kahuku into a one-dimensional team. Usually we see them establish the run early on. Mililani, even though they were giving up some yards, we're pounding them a little bit. And now we see Kahuku trying to air it out this entire time, and they're not having a lot of success right now. So credit that Mililani defense and the coaching staff because they're doing a good job creating a conundrum right now for Coach Carvalho here. What is he going to do? Get back to the run, try and score here with 30 seconds left? Or do we wait until the second half to make the adjustments?
The final piece to the puzzle has been solved. Campbell has just defeated Kapolei 30-27. And so the Sabres secure the last ticket into the state tournament. We're going to reveal the Division I open bracket. We'll give you semifinals and the championship dates. Of course, if you've been following the three-division format, you already know what the matchups are, but we'll give you the official reveal post-game later here tonight. Congratulations, Darren Johnson, the Sabres. 4th and 2, Aiden Manuta into the game. Kahuku just trying to really run up the clock and not give Mililani another chance. They get it out to Diesel. Kahuku, he's stopped right there. Timothy Wallace. An open field tackle.
My, oh my, they throw the now screen, and Mr. Wallace shows up right on time. We call that a bang-bang play. That's great defensive back play because you never want a receiver to gain any yards if they're going to throw the now screen. Big time stop here. 25 seconds left with a shot to put another one in the end zone.
And already in field goal range for Lyrics to ride and be kicking with the wind. But the problem is here for Mililani, you don't have any timeouts left. The 25, McMillan. Nothing there, and the throw is incomplete. Hit the ground here to David Joseph. 18 seconds. Mililani doesn't have to hurry to the line because the clock stopped, but the play clock is running right now.
And you can see here that this secondary does respect Davin Joseph. They're giving him a lot of space. You saw Keeney McMillan step up in there, and Davin McMillan had more than enough space to make that awesome grab right there.
Second down. McMillan, pressure off the edge by Williams, launching one, and it's caught! Salanoa! Spectacular touchdown!
First catch.
Unbelievable. If you was wondering whether or not Mililani was going to come and do their thing, guess what? They're doing it. Sa'i Salanoa on the deep post, going up there and rebounding the football for a huge touchdown before the half.
Sarai puts it through. Mililani's got a 14-point lead over the number 8 team in the country.
My, oh my. Felipe, I would have paid to watch this one. Thank you for letting me get in for free tonight and giving me a plate lunch. I am loving this 100%.
Kahuku rolled the dice. They gambled. Could have punted. Went for it on 4th down. Timothy Wallace makes the tackle. 2 plays later, Sa'i Salanoa gets this one in. Guy worked out a 24-hour fitness, bulked up over the last 2 years, blended in nicely with this program immediately. There's so many weapons on this squad. Sometimes you almost forget that Sa'i Salanoa exists. But here in this group, that last name is going to be remembered for a long time. Sa'i Salanoa.
But that's what you love about this group, an unselfish group. They're willing to let their boys get some shine because they know it can lead to a state title.
Manulele Ayu looking for a head of steam. Marker down. Flag down here with Rage McClintock also hurt. Here for Mililani, and 6 seconds to go. Special teams are always tough, right? You have bodies flying into each other. McClintock got her at the point of
on the
where
return
he'll
team number
stop.
28. 10-yard penalty from the foul. First down. Officials timeout.
With 6 seconds to go. It's going to be tough here. As the athletic trainers looking on. In the JV game, there were some injuries in that matchup as well. And it's good to see that he's at least moving his head, and they're going to set him up.
Glad to see that right there.
Rage McClintock, his second year at this varsity team. But a really good summer in one-on-ones, and 71 in the yellow. Goes down, he just kind of almost splits. Oh, look at his knee.
Yeah, you hate to see that. That's so tough. You know, in those type of plays, and you're trying to get off a block, you're engaged, and the play just happens so fast.
Yeah.
Praying that he's okay.
And with 6 seconds to go, Kahuku just wants to cut their losses and take this into the half. Down 14. Every team's going to face some sort of adversity over the course of the season. Here's Kahuku. Gets up the field. And that'll end the half. 7-7 after one. Mililani explodes. They score 14 points in the final 92 seconds of the half, and completely changes the complexion of this one. The lead is 2 scores. Good for Mililani in the OI Division I Open Championship. Having a mist come through Skippadia Stadium at Kusunoki Field. Our coverage of the New City Nissan Girls Volleyball Championships begins Wednesday. We'll have semifinal coverage on Thursday on OC16 for Division 1. Division 2 will be on Spectrum XCast. Well, some say rains are a blessing. And for Kahuku fans, they hope that this will help. But for Mililani fans, they hope that this electric offense continues after putting up 252 yards here in the first half. People have been waiting here for hours just to get in. Parking has been quite the challenge. All these dedicated parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles and cousins. You and I saw Brad Uemoto, who's actually just sitting right below. That's the Onawana head coach, and earned the #1 seed in the Division 1 tournament. Won the BIF championship. He's looking on. Pretty impressive what you see so far as well.
Yeah, it's great to see him here. You know, love to see our outer island brethren coming out here to support and just taking in this high school environment. He's done such a fabulous job with that program. You know, he's here in town. They got the state championship meeting coming up tomorrow. But just so good. First time shaking his hand, seeing him, and I hope to get to see him a little bit more. He runs a great program there. And I might have to take a trip to Kona and learn some of the stuff that he's doing out there. I got time.
Yeah, you got a lot of time now. Let's ride. We'll tee this one up. Remember, this game could have been 24-7. It was a difficult snap and hold for Sarai to kick a ball that leaked out to the left. A 25-yard field goal missed. And a 14-point lead. Manulele Ayu and Mana Carvalho, who appear to be injured towards the end of that second period, maybe checked on by the athletic trainers. And now, a whistle. Somebody jumped off early. Wind is really whipping.
Lining up in the neutral zone, number 28 of the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. The kick will be from the 45.
Wow. Typically you have that jump offsides from the kicking team. But here for Kahuku, Malaki Soliai Tui was lined up in the neutral zone. You see the flags flying. The rain, for the most part, has subsided. Just a passing mist comes and goes. Kahuku waiting for that explosive return. A dart right to Carvalho from the 2. Hayden Anzaldo slowed him down. And Kahuku will set up shop right there. All right, so the Red Raiders. Here tonight, 121 rushing yards. 69 of them coming from the Tui Tagovailoa Mosa. 48 passing yards as well. It's been tough sledding. They've been trying to hit the ball to Mana Carvalho. 3 receivers have caught a pass here tonight for the Red Raiders. And Malai Fonoti's only rushed for 16 yards and 6 carries here in the first half. Manoa Hallams into the game. Diesel Kamoku catches one. Chased out by Tyzik Puni. Brock Brigado Gasper helps finish it off. For Kahuku, 14 points, I mean, by their standards, is nothing. But you have to play very disciplined here for the next 23 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yes, you absolutely do. And you see kind of some adjustments here. Still trying to get the ball out fast, but in that stack formation, always confuses defenses. How do you align? Cheap yards there, big chunk from Kamoku.
The middle, Fonoti. You know, one area of concern for Kahuku entering this season was, did they have enough depth and power up front in the trenches to do it? For the most part, it's gelled pretty well. Just trying to pick up their blocks, but I mean, it's a pretty good defensive line they're facing here with Chevy Robinson, EJ Tapeni, and company. 3rd down and a couple. Adams the motion man. A takeoff again for Tagovailoa Mosa, who still keeps the pile going. To the plus side of the field at the 44. Gain of 15 first down yards as Elijah Newell makes the tackle. And now the wind and the rain re-enter Skippadia Stadium.
We can see here that the quarterback design runs are coming out. It's because Coach Carvalho is seeing Mililani in man defense. So that means that there's nobody accounting for the quarterback. And that's why you're seeing these gash runs by Tuli Tagovailoa Mosa tonight.
They're driving into the wind as well as Fonoti to the right. Will this have any kind of impact, this wind and the rain?
Oh, it absolutely has, right? The wind is blowing, the rain is coming down, so now you're getting players that are going to get cold on the sideline. If offenses are on long drives, you know, just that whole mindset of receivers being able to catch the ball. So again, another element, another layer that both sides will have to fight through in order to pull out the victory tonight.
Mana Carvalho back into the game. Number 2 in the red. Closest man next to Tagovailoa Mosa. Motions out, throw over the middle, incomplete, drop by Fonoti. Elijah Newell was guarding him in the way. About to drop passes here tonight, here for Kahuku. Sooner or later, Mililani is gonna take it away.
And that also takes on the psyche and can affect the psyche of your quarterback. That one is right in his midst. Malai Fonoti has to finish that one because they need to build the confidence of Tagovailoa Mosa in the passing game.
3rd and 7 now. Tagovailoa Mosa gonna hang onto the ball and he's brought down. Lost a yard. EJ Tapeni and Elton Sue stop him.
And you can see that this Trojan defense is staying aggressive, trying to run the quarterback draw. They had 5 guys at the line of scrimmage, nowhere for Tuli Tagovailoa Amosa to go, bringing up a long 4th down, and it looks like the Kahuku offense is staying on the field.
0 for 2 on 4th downs here tonight. In those 3rd and mediums, they have not gone to the air. They've relied on the feet of Tagovailoa Amosa. Early test here in the period. Tagovailoa Amosa got to convert. The throw is incomplete. Hit the ground of Diesel Kamoku in front of him. And Mililani takes over on downs.
That right there is so big because in your opening possession, you want to be able to move the ball further and even score. Look like they run the out cut on the outside by Diesel Kamoku. Don't know if Tuli Tagovailoa Amosa was able to really get on top of that throw, and it bounces off the turf, and it makes it a turnover on downs.
This is the best defense we've seen here from Mililani really all season. The way that they've been playing. They take over, quick throw, Kahana Travis. Missed tackle, Mana Carvalho finally stopped by Manin Soliai. To the plus side of the field, mark him out, and down to 45.
Great opening throw, bubble screen, high completion percentage. And when you got guys that can make people miss, and not just make anybody miss, but one of the best players in the state, man, that has to build your confidence and keep the engine firing.
11 minutes apart between those two brothers, Lahiva Kahana Travis and Nakoa Kahana Travis. McMillan slides down. Wisely gets out in front of Fale Atuwaya. McMillan does a lot of workouts in his gym back at home, but his footwork has made gigantic strides, no pun intended, and it's progress. This is not something that he really had last year. Remember, this is a guy that's had leg injuries the last couple of seasons.
And they're so concerned with the wide receivers affecting them that there's just these wide open running lanes for McMillan, and he's doing his thing.
2nd down and 5. McMillan takes off again. McMillan still going inside the 30. McMillan might end up having a career rushing night when it's all said and done. The 26-yard line.
I am McLovin McMillan right now. Watch him just make guys miss, staying up on his feet. Now you see him being smart in the second half, sliding on the last play, falling on this one, making sure he doesn't take unnecessary hits. I am loving it.
Mililani just toying with Kahuku right now, throws it away. It's incomplete. Soliai Tui was there. The closest man was an offensive lineman, Kota Almavai. Survives another down again.
That's the pressure that we're talking about that this Red Raider defense need to apply. They brought, looks like one guy came in from the A gap, another guy from the B gap. Oh, and we're going to see the head hit the turf. Oh, you always get scared with those because that is a high rate of concussion when your back of your head hits the ground like that.
Sione Pasi deflected that pass. And Mililani will take time. Marching down the field, trying to add to the lead. 21-7.
OC16.
Mililani out of their timeout as their first second half drive, in which 7.5 remaining. McMillan has rushed for 68 yards and thrown for 211 so far.
We got to give love to this offensive line. The big hog mollies up front, they are doing their thing against the #1 defense in the state. And I'm thoroughly impressed. They rose up to the challenge. They knew everybody was in their ear about it, and they're showing up tonight.
McMillan looking for Joseph. Can he find him? This one deflected up, and it's incomplete. Faliatawai off a long carom. Almost had it. Broken up by Madden Soliai.
And that's that secondary that we're used to seeing. McMillan's got to be careful. I like the risk that he's taking, but man, it's got to be calculated. Madden Soliai stepped in front of Joseph there. That easily could have been a pick for this Red Raider defense.
McMillan, 12 incompletions here tonight. For the man who has a 70% completion rate this season. McMillan, deep drop, house coming, passes to Tsuchiyama. Did he hang on? He did. What a catch at the 15. They needed 10, he got 11. And big game, Derek Tsuchiyama pulls it in.
What an incredible game. They brought the house there. Keeney McMillan off the back foot. Tsuchiyama just right there, wide open. That's kind of the detriment when you start bringing everybody. It vacates the middle of the field. Great play calling right now by Coach York. He's got Kahuku's number dialed up a little bit here.
Season high 73 receiving yards already here for Tsuchiyama. McMillan, pressure off the edge. It is incomplete, nearly caught by Tsuchiyama. Had the toes down, but just out of his reach. And Williams came flying off the edge with Atawaya.
He was trying to compete for Taco Bell play of the game. You saw him tiptoe there. Man, he's so close.
He matrixed that.
Oh, man.
It's like the Matrix. When he was standing, the only bad thing, he was standing on the line. But wow, what a stretch. Mililani with the lead, controlling pace and tempo, and with 6:41 remaining here in the third. Play 8 of this drive. McMillan, Kanoa Ferreira, got it. And Ferreira hit by Maximum Fanoi Moana. Another third down coming up. Again, field goal range here for Lyric Sarai.
So you're seeing that Kahuku has decided to come after the quarterback, and now these crossing routes are wide open right over the football, and McMillan is just sitting in there with just enough time to let him go, and he's doing a fabulous job. Third down here inside the red zone.
McMillan has treated this game like pretty much target practice. 3rd and 7. McMillan pirouettes, chased by Fanoi Moana. Now unloads it in a stretching. Tsuchiyama can't get it. It's 4th down, and here comes the field goal unit.
This is the pressure that we said Kahuku needed to have. You can see Fanoi Moana, an unblocked defender, but beautiful pirouette, smartly throwing it to where only possibly Tsuchiyama could have caught it, or it'd be an incompletion. Now let's see if Lyric Sarai can come in here and extend the lead.
Missed the last one from 25. This will be a 28-yard try. A chippy here for Sarai, but it comes from the right hash. Another high snap, and Sarai, no good. Leap to the right. Perfect all year, over 2 tonight. Kahuku survives, and they get the ball back with 5:51 to go. Sometimes they've cashed in on, right? The last 90 seconds of the first half, 14-point lead, but 2 missed field goals, unfortunately, here. And Sarai's a great kicker, but the snaps have not been great, and those are 6 points taken off the board here for Mililani.
And special teams are so important, something they got to get cleaned up, because that could be the difference in the game here tonight.
But Kahuku trying to come up with something, anything that they can bring to the table. And this one nearly bobbled, and Tamovailoa Mosa has a takeoff. Isaac Puni was there.
Man, you want to talk about snap exchanges here under center, something that quarterbacks are not really used to this time with so much shotgun. And that could have been such a huge, huge play for that Trojan defense.
Brings up second down. There's Fonoti. Fonoti grabbed there by Chevy Robinson. Third year of the varsity team. Robinson finds a way to finally knock him down. Fonoti hasn't had a bunch of big runs. It's a decent one of about 7 there. And bring up third down coming up in 5. Kahuku tonight 4 of 9 on converting these. Typically they'll try and use the feet of Tagovailoa Mosa. They might have to do it again here. With a marker down, he throws. It's complete to Kahuku. Kahuku escorted out of bounds. See if we're going to make the spot. Good for a first down. Yeah, it looked like a flag was, I think a towel might have been thrown, so. So wipe the flag away. The 34-yard line. And that's a mini win there for that offense, which has struggled since the second quarter. Mililani has stopped the run. Tagovailoa Mosa now will take a shot for Diesel Kahuku. Diesel Kahuku all the way home. Flag down as he takes it in. He was checking the rearview mirror on the way as he was running for the end zone.
You can see that their chemistry that carries them here tonight. Kahuku getting behind 2 defenders. You see him there looking back. Probably why all of the laundry's on the field right now. But great job finishing the play. That's the type of explosive plays that this Red Raider offense is going to need to continue to get back into this game.
3 flags came up. There was no hand gesture or anything like that that would signify taunting. Now, unless something was said, and remember the closest official were 2 officials on that far sideline. And right now he's being talking to. Now, typically, we've seen in the past, right? Receivers will break free and then they'll wave by or they'll throw up a peace sign, say deuces, and that was not done here by Kahuku. So unless something was said that was loud enough that the official heard, but there's also a flag in the middle of the field. So a lot to sort out here. And after the conference, Robert Victor will have to find an explanation here. And right now they're explaining it to Mililani to see, I guess, how they want to assess it. So the early indication is that it's against Kahuku.
Touchdown is good. After the play, taunting, offense, number 4. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So as he goes back, now again, he's not doing any hand gesture, so unless he said something, right there, a couple of looks back, 2 flags are out. And so it's ruled a touchdown, and for Kahuku, that's his first unsportsmanlike foul. The second one will disqualify from the game. But the bigger story here is that Kahuku moves within a score. Manoa Kahalepuna. 1 for 1 tonight, 42 of 43 for the season. Makes this a 7-point game. Diesel Kahuku, 115 receiving yards tonight. after coming off a 114-yard performance in the earlier round.
And such a good player. And in those instances, you know, with his team down 2 scores, you see Coach Carvalho was talking to him. Just got to keep his emotions in check. You know, that right there is unnecessary. You already burnt them. They're going to be on your highlight reel later on tonight on Instagram. No need to turn around and look at them because, again, that could add to it. Those penalties, again, when you're in championship situations, those things can compile and come back to bite you in the butt later on in the game.
All right, so you're this defense, right, for Kahuku. You've given up 21 points. How much does this motivate you now after seeing your offense score?
Oh, they have to. You know, and I think what motivated them even more was stopping them here in the red zone, no field goal. And I think now the plan will be to continue to bring the pressure and make McMillan feel uncomfortable so he can't throw the ball down the field.
Mililani got to stay in the swim lane right now, stay the course?
I think a little bit. You know, I think that they have to hit more again of those intermediate routes and those underneath routes versus trying to take everything over the top. Settle McMillan down a little bit. You saw him get excited there, taking a little bit more risk than he did in the first half. So it's got to be calculated there. But again, with all that pressure in his face, he's got to be able to know where to go with the football right now and throw it while that defense cannot understand what he's trying to do.
Here for Kahuku. They're kicking it into the wind and from their own 25-yard line for Manoa Kahalepuna. So this special teams group for Mililani, which has been great, they have a decent chance of a return. Kahalepuna kicks it as hard as he can from the 33-yard line. Here's Kanoa Ferreira. Ferreira gotta hang on to the ball. Takes it to the 46-yard line of Kahuku. Solid return, and again, Markwartson makes this tackle on special teams. Brother Manny Markwartson, sister Katie, all of them great football and track athletes. Now Mililani left 6 points off the board. And now McMillan might see a little bit more pressure. Five receivers, no backs. Kahuku, all of them coming. 5-on-5. McMillan found daylight. Trying to step through, and Mana Carvalho stops him with Madden Soliai. Gain of 6. So okay job from that O-line to hold the line, and McMillan, the vision, finding the gap right through the middle and squeezing through.
And that pressure right there, now you're starting to see those spies, Mana Carvalho, Madden Soliai, they're converging a lot sooner than they were, and that's helping them keep him from gaining first down runs.
From the 40, McMillan went down! Oh my goodness! Didn't pull the trigger. Him and Adam Joseph Eves get tangled up from the get-go.
And that right there, a little bit of a miscue, just falling down on his own. He saw an opening, didn't like to throw, but right there, the good old turf monster, who's undefeated, probably has the most tackles in the history of this football game, caught McMillan right there.
Joseph Eves was in the way, closed the passing window for McMillan, and now here comes 3rd and 9. McMillan launching downfield, carrying it incomplete. Onosai Salanoa is there. They'll bring up 4th down.
Great stand by this defense, just making sure that they want to stop this whimsical run that this offense was on here. Looks like they've kind of slowed down Mililani a little bit. Now the big question is going to be, how does the Kahuku offense answer on the next drive?
They've only punted once tonight. Mana Carvalho back deep to return the David Joseph punt. Play clock at 5. Joseph and a flag down. Who'll move first? Mililani pointing at Kahuku. Kahuku pointing at Mililani.
Ball start. 21 offense. Other penalty. Fourth down.
Just the second penalty tonight here on Mililani.
Second on to punch for the number 88, David Joseph.
And the big red crowd has awakened, and they are adding to this here.
It's like flag down. I think a Kahuku player was trying to creep around the edge, but there's another flag, and it could be on Mililani.
Ball start. Offense. 21.
Oh boy.
5-yard penalty still. Fourth down.
It just got a lot louder. There are cowbells. There are horns. Rock, Bergado, Gasper. And every penalty, Kahuku fans get louder. Joseph will take off. Joseph's in trouble. Joseph chased by Soliai Tui, and he's pushed out well short of the line with a flag down. It's against Mililani, and Sterling Carvalho almost at the number saying, I want to decline this.
Holding. Kicking team number 21. That penalty declined. First down.
I'm baffled by that decision.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a called play, but just an egregious error by Davin Joseph if he decided to take it on his own, holding all over the field, and that just puts them in a bad spot. Probably would have been better if he just punted it away because they were so deep. You know, so many penalties taken on that right there. That's tough to overcome, man.
And so Kahuku still with 2:21 here in the third, driving for the tie. Begins at the 50. Mana Carvalho reverses it out. Here comes Manulele Ayu around the edge. Manulele Ayu gets tackled. Well done out there by Timothy Wallace. So it's a long way to get 11 yards. It's a first down.
You love the play call here, running the reverse. Everybody keen on Carvalho, bringing out the magic a little bit. Manulele Ayu, speed getting around the corner. And that right there just continues to befuddle the Trojan defense right now. They were playing so well in the first half. They got to find some of that magic again.
A minute 50 remaining. Ikaika Lawano switching around. Carvalho going to be guarded initially by Wallace. Tangovailoa Mosa looking, throwing, caught. Mana Carvalho out of bounds to the 22-yard line. Gain of 17 first down yards.
Now they're starting to settle in a little bit, running some crossers here because they're in man coverage. Mana Carvalho breaking free. They're off of Kashka Io, smartly stepping out of bounds because he's taking a beating a little bit in this game. But man, that dude is magical when he has the ball in his hands.
First catch of the night for Carvalho. 94 seconds to go. Here in the third. Tangovailoa Mosa is sacked. It's EJ Tapeni. The 5th sack of the season for the 10th grader. Big time stop there from 65.
And like they like to say out there in Mililani, got himself his sack lunch here. Tapeni just beating his man, running around him like a cone for a solo sack right there. Beautiful play, EJ Tapeni.
entering here tonight, 4 sacks, gets sack number 5. And the first one for Mililani's defense this evening. 2nd down and 19. Watch out again, and he got grabbed by Isaac Mahuka initially to slow him down. Jabio Lavau helps in to seal it. And Kahuku going backwards fast. Kahuku is going to opt to take this to the 4th quarter.
Keeping it in the quarterback's hands, looked like a quarterback draw. Man,
Oh, that looked like a face mask.
they got
there.
away from one.
Isaac Mahuka grabbed the mask, was not called. It'll be 3rd and 22 as we head to the 4th quarter. Kahuku got a great defensive stop on a 4th down punt run attempt from Mililani. And now they're driving for the tie. They inch closer to behemoths in Hawaii prep football. Off we go to the 4th, and this presentation of the OI Championships in OC16 continues after this. This crowd got loud real quick. And now Kahuku facing off with Mililani, down at 21-14. 2 missed field goals for the Trojans. Red Raiders face the heat from that great defensive pressure from Mililani, and they're facing 3rd and 22 here from their 34-yard line of Mililani.
And this Kahuku crowd is jamming one of Jimmy Bender's favorites, House of Pain, Jump Around. They love to play it in the 4th quarter to get their team hyped.
You know, it's funny, they call Carlton E. Weimer Field within the community, that stadium, the House of Pain.
There you go, baby.
3rd and 22. Short pass, Kamoku. Can he get some of the 22 out here? He got the sideline and still kept the pile going. Tyzik Puni forced him out. And a flag is out in the process. The flag at the 16-yard line. Be a face mask, possibly.
Diesel Kamoku and another one. Look at him making guys miss. He is so deadly. So many weapons in this Kahuku receiving core, and Diesel Kamoku is putting on a clinic tonight out on the outside edges of this offense.
He did get around the head and neck area. I didn't see him grab the mask, though.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense, number 1. Half the distance added to the end of the run. Result of the foul.
That is a monstrous penalty here on Mililani. Let's see, did he grab the mask? We didn't see from the last look. Up there, grabbing the shoulder pad. Yeah, you know, it happens at full speed. It's really tough to tell for sure. Kahuku, the beneficiary of that. Tangavailoa Mosa, 1st down, scanning, looping one, Ka'io! Got it, touchdown!
And it was only a matter of time before Ka'io was going to cash one in. You see them single him up on the left side of that defense. He's just out there playing basketball. Easy throw, easy catch. And here we are on the verge of being all knotted up again.
Kahale Puna. Tie game. Just his 2nd touchdown catch of the season. Cash rules everything around here. Cash Ka'io squares the game at 21. Cash Ka'io spent most of the season watching the game from the sidelines because of injury. They wanted him to really be the starter. He couldn't just because he was hurt. But he stayed patient, still came to practice, went to rehab. Still was active, and when he got onto the field, it's hard to guard a 6'3" target. Ka'io pulls in the touchdown. Kahuku has scored 14 in a row to tie the game at 21. What you got, Cano Ferreira? Live ball. Flip here to Joseph. Joseph wide open down the sideline. Joseph breaking free. And finally stopped by Kai Marquardson. 47-yard return.
The design reverse, giving the ball to the playmaker, making a miss. Big time play here by Davin Joseph.
And injured Mililani player. And so Davin Joseph is slow to get up here. And it's Joseph was just one jersey tug away from getting to the end zone. Kai Marquardson able to stop him. Let's see where he lands and how he lands. Oh, he lands on the ball here, Coach.
Yeah, it looked like earlier when they were panning to the shot that he was pointing to his chest. You know, never feels good when you land directly on the football. Right there, and you know, with some weight on it too. But just a fabulous run by Mr. Joseph tonight. Way to get him back into the game. Hopefully he's better and can finish this one off because he's a really good player.
Remember, Joseph suffered a couple of broken collarbones the last couple of years. And it's been almost impossible to take him off the field this year because of his value and his energy and just how much he's invested emotionally and physically into the game. And that's a good sign to see.
He's such a dynamic player. He makes such a big difference. Even if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, you got to focus on him and figure out a way to stop him. And so hopefully he can get back into this one. Hopefully it's just the wind getting knocked out of him. But glad to see Davin Joseph get up.
And so with Joseph out, Isaiah Padello is in. And McMillan, 16 of 31 for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. We're still waiting for Joseph to get off the field. McMillan has a 70% completion rate. A little more than 50% here tonight. McMillan throwing right here to Sa'i Salanoa. Made 2 Red Raiders miss. Split on both. Gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. Just the electric offense striking again here courtesy of Sa'i Salanoa.
This was a great rhythm throw here. You can see McMillan set his feet and Salanoa just making guys miss. Getting vertical, splitting defenders. That's what you love to see in order to make those yards after catch.
Sets up 1st and goal here. There have been times where Mililani makes it seem like, you know, they can get anything they want at any moment. Kahuku's really had to work to try and get their scores. McMillan at the 5. Gets down to the 3. Tripped up by Fale Atuaya. They really haven't gone to that single back traditional run attack here tonight.
So when you see coaches choose to go into empty, they want to what we call undress the defense. Give us their hand, tip their hand to see what's happening. And McMillan is seeing that as they spread out this offense, that there's a void right there in the middle, and he's taking advantage of it every single time.
Of the 15 rush attempts tonight for Mililani, 13 of them have gone to McMillan. 2nd and goal. McMillan batted down at the line. They were swarming Hiram Moores able to deflect it, and Fali Atawaya comes right after the quarterback, McMillan.
And boy, did he get mollywopped on this play. They brought 6 guys, taking him down. Clean hit. With big Mr. Moores getting his paws up, batting that ball down.
3rd and goal. Mililani led at the half 21-7. McMillan will try and score it. McMillan with Fanoi Moana all over him. Did he stretch over? He's ruled short. Down inside the 1. It'll bring up 4th and goal. Fanoi Moana hung on for dear life. Right off the edge. He's ruled down. That's a good call. His knee was down prior to the ball being stretched over the line. And so it comes down to this here for Mililani. 4th and goal and going for the lead. Timeout. Mililani.
What an awesome battle we're seeing here tonight. 2 solid, philosophically based football teams just going at it. You see the spread offense. They don't give it up. Coach York has always ran that. You see Kahuku with their swarming defense, blitzing, putting pressure on, and you're just seeing this battle ensue here in Kalihi tonight. This is a great one.
One more time. Look at Maximum Fanoi Moana. It's got him around the waist. Then he interlocks their hands, and there's a great call from the line judge who saw it all the way. The back is facing the goal line, in which the ball is outside the end zone. With 9:32 remaining.
So glad that Coach Derby came out of retirement. You see him talking to that offensive line, because right now it's going to be mano a mano right here on the 1-inch line. Who wants it more? Who needs to have it? This right here is a pivotal play in this football game.
McMillan's got 9 rushing touchdowns this year, 2nd most among all active quarterbacks in the state. Kahana Travis is the back. It's trench warfare. Oh, and coming across there, but first a timeout taken by Kahuku. Is there any kind of science at this point here, or is it just bulls going at it now?
Probably what they're saying on both ends for both trenches. This is where you might see the 4-point stance come out, and really what you tell your defensive lineman to do is make a huge pile. Huge pile, or what I love to teach, or what I learned was create a wall, right? So try and stand them up so that there's no forward momentum that can be built by a running back or by a quarterback, and then let the linebackers come in and see it, just like in the program, over the top and stop the QB.
Timing-wise, is it much more difficult for defensive linemen to try and stop that? As far as the timing of all, though, it's just a normal...
Really what you do there is, now this is where you tell your defensive line to watch the ball the entire time. Really the onus is on the offense, because they're so twitchy and they can see that everything is turned on by the defensive lineman. They want to try and beat them. So you saw there, if they get a jump here, this is where Mililani's offensive line has to hold their water and not jump off sides.
4th and goal from the 1. Can they get in there? It's a mass pileup. No signal yet. They stopped him. Did he stretch over? He's ruled short. Down inside the 1. It'll bring up 4th and goal. Fanoi Moana hung on for dear life. Right off the edge. He's ruled down. That's a good call. His knee was down prior to the ball being stretched over the line. And so it comes down to this here for Mililani. 4th and goal and going for the lead. timeout. Mililani.
What an awesome battle we're seeing here tonight. Two solid, philosophically based football teams just going at it. You see the spread offense. They don't give it up. Coach York has always ran that. You see Kahuku with their swarming defense, blitzing, putting pressure on, and you're just seeing this battle ensue here in Kalihi tonight. This is a great one.
One more time. Look at Maximum Fonoa Moana. It's got him around the waist. Then he interlocks the hands, and there's a great call from the line judge who saw it all the way. The back is facing the goal line, in which the ball is outside the end zone. With 9:32 remaining.
So glad that Coach Derby came out of retirement. You see him talking to that offensive line, because right now it's going to be mano a mano right here on the 1-inch line. Who wants it more? Who needs to have it? This right here is a pivotal play in this football game.
McMillan's got 9 rushing touchdowns this year, second most among all active quarterbacks in the state. Kahana Travis is the back. It's trench warfare. Oh, and coming across there, but first a timeout taken by Kahuku. Is there any kind of science at this point here, or is it just bulls going at it now?
Probably what they're saying on both ends for both trenches. This is where you might see the 4-point stance come out, and really what you tell your defensive lineman to do is make a huge pile. Huge pile, or what I love to teach, or what I learned was create a wall, right? So try and stand them up so that there's no forward momentum that can be built by a running back or by a quarterback, and then let the linebackers come in and see it, just like in the program, over the top and stop the QB.
Timing-wise, is it much more difficult for defensive linemen to try and stop that? As far as the timing of all that, or is it just a normal?
Really what you do there is, now this is where you tell your defensive line to watch the ball the entire time. Really the onus is on the offense, because they're so twitchy and they can see that everything is turned on by the defensive lineman. They want to try and beat them. So you saw there, if they get a jump here, this is where Mililani's offensive line has to hold their water and not jump off sides.
4th and goal from the 1. Can they get in there? It's a mass pileup. No signal yet. They stopped him. Right at the 1, McMillan, and the offense can't get in.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, Mr. Felipe. They lined it up on the 1-inch line, and we saw right there a display of fortitude by that Red Raider defense. They were not going to be denied, and we're not going to give up the touchdown. Incredible play by that defense. Now, that offense is on the 1-inch line in the shadow of their end zone. What's going to happen?
It's literally inside the 1. Right at maybe the 18-inch line. Kahuku just looking for breathing room at this point. 47, Jet Lee Purcell, who's just recently brought up to the team, entering tonight, is back there. Trying to get breathing room. Get a yard out of it. Blessing Levasa gets a bit tangled up inadvertently with Camilo Ross. Gets a yard out of it.
Coming with the Thule push there, but that defensive line of Mililani is not going to be denied. A little cartwheel by Camilo Ross there. You see these guys, man, they're battling for everything that they're gaining out there or trying to stop. Great football happening here tonight. Farrington.
T dots the I in this formation. So the officials are looking to the sideline, and they're going to send Blessing Levasa out. I think part of it because his helmet came off and it wasn't ripped off. But in Blessing's defense, I mean, he had a guy landing on him. So when he was trying to stand up, it just slipped off. Out for a play by Rule. 2nd and 9. Fonoti. Hold on to by Nua. The forward progress kept him out of the end zone. And they'll bring up 3rd down. It's not where the play ends up, it's where the forward progress ends.
And you want to talk about defensive fortitude. Look at that read by number 40, Mr. Nua, scraping downhill and just meeting Fonoti in that backfield, not letting them go anywhere.
Now you got 3rd down and about 9.5. And you're either playing for punts or you're going to try and convert this. Mana Carvalho, the only receiver at the bottom of your screen. Chuck it up top. This is caught by Kahuku for a 1st down. Near the stick, up to be a yard shy maybe. Now they officially mark him at the stick. How about that clutch 3rd down conversion, Coach?
Diesel Kahuku showed up to play tonight, folks. Just a rhythm throw, running the out cut there. Great job breaking off the route. Tickling the tick marks on the outside to move the chains and allow this Kahuku offense to stay on the field with 8 minutes left.
It's a Kahuku team that is a master at killing clock, controlling tempo. 21-21 right now. Tagovailoa throws. Cash Ka'io catches. He got the game-tying touchdown, and he gets this 1st down gain of a dozen.
And you're seeing here, Mililani still trying to play a little bit of man defense. Cash Money with the big reception, taking the hit and holding on to the football. Big time play by that young man right there.
Ka'io 3 catches, 31 yards. He had 4 catches for 47 yards in the last outing in the semifinal round against the Hurricanes. Touchdown catch in 2 straight weeks. Fonoti to the left. And the ball came out! And the Trojans trying to get it. Puni forced it out, and Mililani at the bottom of the pile has it. Officials are going to discuss this. Puni looked like he came out of the pile with it.
Running that counter play. You can see Fonoti, helmet on the football by Brigado Gaspar. Yahtzee, the ball's out.
Roman couldn't get it. Roman was leaning forward. It's a 1st down here for Mililani as Tyzik Puni forces it out with Brigado Gaspar, and Puni recovers it. When was the last time you saw Mililani Fonoti fumble a football?
I haven't seen him do it, and I can tell that he's a little bit rattled, but he's making sure. Hopefully they're talking to him, calming him down, because they're going to need him here.
David Joseph back in after being cleared. McMillan clearing space. McMillan still going. Keely McMillan down inside the 5. What a run!
McMillan is such a dynamic player. You thought he was going to get sacked. Great downfield blocking by these receivers. McMillan's not going to be denied tonight.
104 rushing yards tonight. McMillan Literally trying to run away with the title here from Mililani and knock off the number 8 team in the country. Down at the 1. Kahana Travis, the running back. Could not punch it in the last time. Kahana Travis faked it. McMillan takes it. And he's in for the touchdown.
Mr. McMillan is McKilling it right now. He is the MVP in my book tonight. You see them finally put a running back in the backfield, fakes the handoff to Kahana Travis, dials up his own number. This young man is having a heck of a performance tonight. So happy to see it live and in person here in the OIA Open Championship.
Lyric Sarai to make it a 7-point game. Another high snap, and Sarai clean as a whistle. The Trojans take over. Brock Bergato Gasper forces the football out. Tyzik Puni recovers it. The big run from McMillan takes him down to the 1. And Keeney McMillan.
I haven't needed any of it. No 5-hour energy, nothing. This thing has got my mind just racing right now, watching it and seeing how these coaches are going to counter each other here in the last 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Mana Carvalho and Manulele Ayu are ready to return it. Those two guys have always found ways to make significant impacts with their special team efforts. Manulele Ayu, kick return for touchdown against Punahou last season. Essentially to put them right back in it and win that one. 91-yard kickoff return for touchdown against St. Louis. They're going to try and give him a chance. From the 20, it's bobbled, it's loose and picked up here by Mana Carvalho. Near disaster again for Kahuku. What pressure from Mililani.
You're going to see here the sky kick, right? It's a free kick, so after it passes 10 yards, the coverage team is able to recover it. Ayu kind of bobbles it down. Great heads-up play by Carvalho, and you can start to kind of feel the shift back, the needle moving back toward Mililani. Let's see what Kahuku can do to answer off of that turnover on the last drive.
Rod York looking on, trying to lead this team back to the top of the mountain. In the last 10 meetings, Kahuku leads that stretch 7-3. Look out, this one for Carrillo. It's broken up by Elijah Nua. Think about what a win like this could do for a team like Mililani. Because entering the season, understandably so, all the talk was about Kahuku, right? Oh, Kahuku, they're going to dominate. They're going to crush everybody. They might kill everybody on their way to another third Hawaii Division I Open Championship and state title. Mililani's heard the chatter. But what do? Don't let it bother them. Get back in the lab.
They haven't, exactly. You know, they heard all the hogwash out there. They blocked it out. Coach York did a great job of keeping his team zeroed in and focused. And now we see them here leading late in this game.
Kahuku tries to answer still with half the quarter clock remaining. 2nd and 10. Tamabailoa Mosa throws it up top. It is incomplete. Anzaldo, the closest man there, was intended for Mana Carvalho. Mistimed it there with Carvalho. 3rd down coming up. Kahuku 6 for 11 on 3rd down conversions tonight.
And you can see that that last drive affected them. The score affected them because they don't have the same juice that they had when they were building them back and scoring those 14 points in that 3rd quarter. So they got to find a way to recreate it here in this long 3rd down.
Tamabailoa Mosa is sacked. brought down. Watch out. It's EJ Tapeni. This arguably might be the fastest defense Kahuku has seen in the OA this season.
Oh man, and that was just a D-line coach's dream. EJ Tapene having him an incredible night tonight, just winning his one-on-one battle with an awesome speed rush. Looked like he had a little swipe or chop, and he is just running out there, running around cones. Big time sack for this Trojan defense.
Mana Carvalho will let it go. It's a high punt, and it landed in bounds. And takes a heck of a bounce. Look at this. To the 36-yard line. All the way to 36, 59 on the punt.
And this is why you like rugby kickers, right? The ball goes high, you think it's not going to fall, but they put a rotation on the ball that if you, as the returner, allow it to hit the ground, you're going to get those yards just like that. What looked like maybe a 25-yard punt completely flipped the field, and now forcing Mililani to have to drive 65 yards to get in the end zone.
5:14 to go. Kahuku 2 timeouts remaining. Mililani with the lead. McMillan. Another missed tackle when he slides in front of Malaki Soliai-Tui there. The Trojans, who have lost the last 5 head-to-head meetings against Kahuku. And a number of them coming in the OI championship round, including a 7-3 battle at Aloha Stadium. And the last time the OI championship was played at Aloha Stadium, it was a field goal made by Mililani, and then the ensuing kickoff, Kelson Tangaro Kanoa ran it all the way back to the house for the only touchdown of the game and the OI title win. McMillan all day to throw. Who's going to open up? McMillan will throw that one to Kahana Travis, incomplete. Funon Moana was guarding him. They're really spying in on Joseph to try to eliminate that threat. McMillan keeps looking at the clock, hoping it goes down faster.
And you can see this defensive secondary shoring up the holes in the defense, closing up the windows very, very quickly, not giving McMillan a lot of time and a lot of space to make throws.
Third and 8. Mililani 3 of 9 here. McMillan over the middle, caught there. Derek Tsuchiyama continues his incredible level of play tonight. Catch number 5, first down at the 47-yard line.
Oh man, he throws a zinger in there. Tsuchiyama doing a good job. You see him turn his numbers to McMillan and catching that ball and making sure, falling down on that slant, that thing wasn't going to get away from him. Big time play by Tsuchiyama tonight, stepping in huge for this Trojan offense.
At the 47, the play clock winding down. McMillan checking the back judge. He raises his hand, there's 10 on left on the clock. 5 receivers, no backs. They bring the house again. McMillan almost lost the ball, and then he gets popped for the sack. Maximum Fanoi Moana's there. 2nd and 10, inside of 3.5 minutes remaining.
And this defense ain't stopping. They're bringing a blitzer late. You see that there. Fale Atuaya timing up. We call that a green dog. So the quarterback thinks that everybody's dropped, and he's coming in unblocked and forcing McMillan to take his eyes from downfield, coming up with a big sack there for Kahuku.
The third one here tonight for the Red Raiders. With 3 minutes to go here in the OI Division I Open Championship. McMillan, open window, Tsuchiyama hung on to and spun twice. He did a 720 because Mililani got him. Lands inbounds, keeps the clock going here right at the 50, and it's third down.
And that's a big catch. Even though they're in third and long, the clock is rolling down. They're going to get this one hopefully inside of 2 minutes. See if they can punt the ball if they don't convert and force Kahuku to drive the length of the field.
Starter Carvalho hanging out by the official on the near sideline. Might want to take one of his 2 timeouts if they can stop him here. 3rd and 7. Can McMillan deliver again? McMillan will tumble his way for a first down. Absolute magic from McMillan.
He's the most electrifying player right now on this field. You see him, it opens up like the Red Sea, and he is so quick. These defenders that should be spying him, they're taking so long to get to him, and he is just making magic out there all on his own. Keenan McMillan, this one is for the record books. He will be forever remembered in Mililani lore for sure tonight.
This is tough because you're at a minute and a half and you got 2 timeouts and a flag is out, and so they're going to use the delay of game to stop it.
Delay of game offense, number 10, 5-yard penalty, first down.
This penalty comes inside of 2 minutes in the 4th, so the defense, Kahuku, has the option to start the clock on either the ready for play whistle or the snap. It's wise, obviously, to do it on the snap. They put a couple more seconds on the clock here with 1:30 remaining. You know, so often they talk in college football world about Heisman moments. These are Hawai'i championship moments being built by McMillan. 264 passing yards and 114 on the ground.
Timeout, Mililani. That is the 3rd and final timeout.
Just an incredible display by both of these teams tonight. You know, you talk about the history of the scores, right? The big difference you're seeing here from that 7-3 game, quite possibly, is the quarterback play. You know, Keenan McMillan moving his offense down the field. You know, Tuli Tagovailoa Amosa being able to get the ball to Diesel Komoku in the right times, and it's just happening.
And what's at stake, right? Kahuku won their last 31 games against Hawaii opponents. Who was the last team that they lost to? It was St. Louis. You got to go all the way back to the state final in 2019. That's an incredible stretch when we think about it. And Mililani now 90 seconds away from slaying a beast that almost seemed invincible. We touched upon it at the beginning of the broadcast in pregame in Game Day Hawaii. We said, you know, Kahuku was a seemingly invincible type of monster, but there were some weaknesses in there that Mililani's been able to expose, and they did a good job of doing that so far.
Oh, they absolutely have, Felipe, and it's been a joy to see. But there's still 90 seconds on the clock. And we've seen Kahuku when they can operate at their best. You know, their back is against the wall a little bit, but we're going to see how they respond here.
Mililani called the timeout. McMillan got to hang on to the ball. He's sacked. Timeout taken by Kahuku as Faleatuai and Malaki Soliaitui make the stop.
22 on the Faleatuai.
This is tough because now this ball's placed at the 47-yard line with 2nd down.
And they're bringing the house. They're trying to get him down. They don't want him to move the ball. They're trying to get him deeper so that when they punt, it gives them a better advantage to try and go here and drive this field. They did burn a timeout. They got 1:25 left, so we're going to see how Coach Carvalho decides to spend his last timeout. Will he save it or will he take it?
The Hoku's won 29 Hawai'i championships. A win here for Mililani. It'll be their first in 5 years. There you see all those legendary squads. Waipahu, they added a title last night's Division I. Congratulations, Bryson Carvalho. They're 14th in school history. But will Mililani deny Kahuku a 30th OIA championship? If Mililani can't convert here and Kahuku gets a timeout in, best case scenario, Kahuku might have 40 seconds maybe. maybe 35 seconds with the ball back, assuming they do get it back. 5 receivers, no backs, and a flag is out. It's 2nd down and 21.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So it's not a significant bite.
But still a bite indeed with 2nd down.
McMillan got it out to Kahana Travis. Kahana Travis, and then tackled by Tedahiti Wolf. Timeout here. It'll bring up 9 yards to go.
I love the play call. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick so he doesn't take a sack. Keep the ball in bounds. Still put them in 3rd and long. Make Kahuku burn their last timeout. So now you got 3rd down. Keep the clock running. Hopefully you can get close to that 1st down marker. And then if it's on 4th down, you just do your best. Maybe punt it, maybe not. We see what happens.
Let's see, it's 3rd down. A play might take 6 seconds, and then the play clock will run an extra 40 seconds. Mililani's also out of timeouts, and so no, there is a chance, but it has to start here on a stop. And Mililani has been awesome here tonight. 20 first downs, 390 yards of offense, with a big turnover forced by Brock Bergano Gasper. And then the run all the way to the 1 from McMillan and the touchdown run. That will go down in Hawaii history forever.
Oh, absolutely.
If it ends up being 28-21 the final.
I mean, you got to think, Felipe, this young man's name is going to go up in the rafters of the likes of Mackenzie Milton and our boy up there at Oklahoma right now, Dylan Gabriel. I mean, it's unbelievable. Huge performance by him tonight.
3rd down. McMillan gonna throw it to the sideline, and this one is with a marker down to Salanoa. On 3rd and 8, they opt to throw it, and a flag is down. And if this is on Kahuku, this game is pretty much over.
You want to talk about the guts and the confidence.
Interference, defense, number 3, 15 yards from the previous spot. Result of the foul is a 1st down.
Manu Lele Ayu gets called for the foul.
Oh my gosh.
And Mililani is on their way of slaying a beast.
Throwing the go ball. That's a gutsy call. Hey, we love it now. Drew the penalty. And now we're here. Mililani knocking on victory's doorstep.
Neither team has a timeout. It's just a matter of taking care of the ball. McMillan takes a knee. Many people doubted the Trojans whether they could do it. They knocked off St. Louis, did Kahuku to start the year. Mililani fell to Punahou at home to open the season. But through sheer heart and the whole McMillan clan, some 30 of them in the house, gonna remember this one for a long time. One final snap, one final kneel. There it is. One of the all-time great performances by a quarterback in OIA championship history. Mililani has dethroned the Kings. A new kingdom shall reign in the OIA. For the first time in 5 years, the Mililani Trojans, Hawai'i Division I Open champions.
That right there was an all-around team win. Obviously, the star of the show was Keeney McMillan, but you saw this entire football team, offense, defense, special teams, rally around each other and pull off a huge, huge upset. That's a long time that Kahuku hasn't lost to a Hawaii team, and this one's going to be remembered for a long time, Felipe.
The Trojans has just knocked off the number 8 team in the country. One turnover turned to 1 touchdown, and that did it here for Mililani. Mililani able to win it here tonight, 28-21. This game can be summarized in 4 plays. In the third quarter, Mililani 4th and long. They opt to go for it on a punt run from David Joseph. Kahuku would eventually take over from the 50-yard line and drive it. Ultimately, down 7. Tumble by Loamosa finds Cash. Ka'io hangs on and pulls it in to make it 21-21. Kahuku in the 4th quarter gives it to Malai Fonoti, and then Brock Bergato Gasper forces it, unjars it, and it's recovered by Tyzik Pooney. Keeney McMillan would have a big run all the way down to the 1-yard line and then find a way to get in. The go-ahead and ultimately the game-winning touchdown, 28-21, and Mililani claims a 5th Hawaii championship. Felipe, Coach Jimmy has the impact player in just a second. Just breathless, speechless. I mean, just an incredible performance we saw here tonight from a junior quarterback that put on one of the all-time great performances in an Hawaii final.
That young man is McMagic. Any coach would love to have him. You know, you saw him just direct that offense, stay cool. He was taking big hits. That Kahuku defensive line was coming after him, but he stayed cool. He took his plays, he stayed calm, and he did what he needed to do to lead his team to victory. And thank you for the free meal and the free ticket to get in here.
yeah. And how about a free interview as well for the Hawaii Honeydeers impact player for Mililani with Jimmy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Keeney McMillan, first off, I want to ask you about this because, yeah, you had some great throwing tonight, some great passing, but your feet did so much work tonight. Why were you able to gain so many yards on the ground?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without him, I'm nothing. And I just want to thank these big boys behind me, man, the trenches. The trenches. You know, they don't get the love that they deserve. I mean, they put in work day in, day out, and I'm just so grateful for these boys.
Names like Mackenzie Milton, Dylan Gabriel before you, and now you put on such a performance tonight. What does that mean to you to be in the same even breath as guys like that?
You know, it means a lot, but like I said, without God, I'm nothing, and it's just a team effort, and without the team, there's no winning this. So I'm just so thankful.
State tournament up next. What do you guys think?
You know, we're coming in with a lot of momentum. We just got to keep our heads straight, you know, stay above our feet, and yeah.
Guys, how do you feel about state? Yeah! The boys want to play. Let's go.
We're going to reveal the bracket in post-game later on tonight. For now, this will be celebrated in Millville for at least 24 hours, maybe longer. Keeney McMillan, 4 total touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 108 rushing yards, career best for him, and the most important game of his career.
And that's so important because when you can turn it on in this type of game, in this type of environment, it gives him and catapults him into the state tournament feeling confident about taking on any other team. So glad that I got to see this young man play. The 2 times I got to see him play, unbelievable.
And so the plaque will be taken back with Keeney McMillan. Look at that photo. And the OIA plaque somewhere in that mix, I believe, as they look on in the champions of 2023 in the OIA Division I Open. Here is the Hawaii Honeydeers impact player for Kahuku. Tough night at the office. The Hawaii opponent win streak snapped, but Tuli Tagovailoa almost in his first championship game. Still not too shabby. Couple of touchdowns, 193 yards on the year.
you know, he took this game in stride. He started out hot early on, and again, that swarming Trojan defense, but he did what he needed to do. You know, a couple of drop passes here and there. If they get caught, it could change the trajectory of this game. But now we get ready for States, because the next one is the one that really matters.
There were 3 sacks here from this defense and 11 quarterback hurries. Mililani had 2 sacks and 8 pass breakups this evening. All right, how tough is this loss for Kahuku moving forward now?
It has to be tough. You know, you had all of this momentum building. You know, I'm pretty sure they started to feel the pressure of what it took to be a champion. But the best part is in 24 hours, they flush this one and get ready for the state tournament. Because like I just said, it's the next 2 that really matter.
Absolutely. And for this Kahuku squad and for Mililani, who knows, they could meet again. Maybe a little bit later on for the Division I championship, or maybe the Division I Open final. We shall see. We're going to reveal the bracket a little bit later on. Time now here for the Taco Bell plays of the game. This was huge defensively. Again, Brock Bergado Gasper with a head on the ball. Tyson Cooney recovers in a 28-28 game through all of that. Fleet of foot, McMillan again. Another big run. Gets all the way down to the 1-yard line. The last time they were there, they could not punch it in. 4 tries to get in. Was denied. He would not be denied this time. The rushing touchdown. 10th of the season for him. And the most meaningful one for the Mililani Trojans. Incredible. The top of the plays of the game. And now Rod York gets a big win, number 117 this time at 14 seasons with the program. The winning head coach is with Jimmy.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Rod, first off, I mean...
Wait, hold up.
Wait, they're doing something.
Joey.
Real quick audible here, guys. Hold on.
So there you see the Mililani staff out here as they're trying to assemble together.
Okay.
Fred Murphy, the principal, out there. All right, Jimmy, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Rod, first off, talk to me about this game. I mean, was this the matchup you expected tonight, and how did you get the win?
Yeah, you know, we expected to be here, you know. I mean, we've lost more than we've won. So, you know, we're humbled in that way, but it makes us hungrier. And, you know, we work hard in the off season. And our kids played, man. We left it on the kids, you know. You know, when Dylan Gabriel was tough coaching him because, you know, he was already great. And so anyway, Keeney benefited from that. So I told Keeney, you know, let's go, man. And he called every single play out there. He directed everything. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how much of that was him and how much was the play call?
100%. Yeah, you know, he's the pylon king. So we said, let's turn this game into a pylon. You know, the O-line gave us great protection. And, you know, and just told Keeney, hey, just take the open guy, you know. Let's not be locked on guys, and let's just move the ball and see what happens.
When you go up 2 scores and then you give those back, what's going through your mind at that point?
I love it, dog.
Nah, we play to win, man. Like, we're not afraid to lose. So we lost so many games already. So for us, it's just all about the moment, the relationships, and, you know, even if we lost, I would say the same thing, man. Guys, all we got to do is just do your best. That's all we ask of you, and wherever it lands, you know, so.
How do you reset for the state tournament at this point?
Yeah, you know, it's all about confidence. So we take this swag, we take this confidence, we just get more locked in, and yeah, we scout for the next. So I think we got who, Campbell again? Yeah. So, and Campbell's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, so they could easily beat us this next time. So we got to be ready.
Great game tonight, Coach. Love seeing you again, man. Guys, back to you.
Derek Suchiyama had 86 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, by the way, as well as a receiver. Onosai Salano pulled off some amazing catches. David Joseph, you know, by his standards, kind of a, you know, a soft night at the office, if you will. But everyone really elevated their game at the most important time, and it showed in Keeney McMillan. I mean, again, at times it felt like target practice the way that those windows were opening.
Yeah, and it sounds like it from Coach Rod's interview that he allowed Keeney McMillan to have some autonomy out there, which kind of helps because sometimes as a coach, you're seeing stuff from the sideline. You don't see what your quarterback may see. So that's a lot of trust and confidence that to have in one person and to allow him to kind of just engineer this win. You could see that because he opened up all of the receivers, you know, everybody focusing on Joseph. Sa'i had his time, Tsuchiyama had his time, and they all made big plays to help this team win tonight.
All right, so if you've been following the three-division format, the matchups are pretty much set, but we're going to officially reveal it to you in the post-game show, which comes your way in about 2 minutes here on OC 16. This night belongs to Mililani. Central Oahu, center stage, able to slay the beast. Mililani wins this one 28-21 and claims the Division I Open Championship.